Huge matchup with Jessica Andrade, Jasmine. I guess how good does it feel to kind of start the build towards fight week now with this press conference with all the headliners?
It's super exciting. Like, once I got the call that they were allowing me to come down here and kind of be a part of this, I was like, oh, this is crazy. This is super cool. And to be here to kind of kick it off, and it gives me a lot of motivation to go home and just really kind of put in the work for this camp. I know how much this fight means, and not that I ever not put in the work, but before I was saying how I wanted to take a break after my last fight. I've been very active, but I feel like the energy is surging. I can't wait to fight in Montreal. I can't wait to kind of have the crowd with me while I get in there, and it's going to be such an amazing opportunity.
Yeah, I mean, former champion. I think Jessica has the most fights, wins, finishes of any female in UFC history. So to add a notch like that on your resume, I mean, it's got to be career changing, right?
That's exactly it. Her accolades are astronomical, and so to be able to beat her, and hopefully I do it in devastating fashion, and then I can continue on this trajectory that I'm on. I want to fight for the belt. I've trained all over the world, and I know my skill set. I believe that I can be the best in the world. I just need the opportunities to show it and to prove it to everyone and myself.
Yeah, and you want that belt. I mean, I know it was very respectful between you and Valentina, some laughs, but I saw you eyeing that belt a couple times when it's up there. How could you not? Sitting there right in front of you. But you talk about motivation boosters, that has to be one too.
Oh, exactly. To be able to be here kind of almost as a dry run before I'm able to do it with that belt kind of sitting in front of me there. It's absolutely amazing. Valentina has showed so much within the sport, and me sitting up next to her, I look forward to my opportunity to kind of be in her shoes and to have that belt.
Yeah, I mean, this event is huge. You got Alexa Grasso on the card as well for this weight class. I guess give us the quick breakdowns. Obviously, you think you're going to win your fight. What do you think happens in the title fight and then Alexa Grasso's fight?
I think that's a super interesting fight. I fought Natalia Silva, and I know what she feels like. So I think she's going to take that. I think that she's going to win that fight. She's very talented. I think she's going to take that. The Shevchenko and Farrow fight, I mean, I don't know for sure. A fight's always a fight, but just hearing how Shevchenko was talking just in the press conference, I can hear the confidence, and I like her mindset about this is a mixed martial arts contest, and being able to show the completion of mixed martial arts. I'm very interested and intrigued for that fight, and I think that she'll take it still. I don't think she's retiring yet.
And two last things. You mentioned the reluctance to maybe want to do another camp so quickly. Like you said, all the energy, all the motivation here, but I assume maybe at some point in the next 8 weeks there might be a tough day or a wall or something. How do you prepare for that, to know that everything's good right now, but at some point those feelings of was it too many camps in a row might come around some point?
Every single time you do a camp, you get to those days that you're exhausted. So I expect those days. That being said, I made sure to take rest. After my last fight, I really did take some rest. I'm back in the gym now, but I'm enjoying it. I'm still able to rest my mind. I'm having fun with martial arts, and so it's still a rest, but a skill development rest. That being said, after this fight, I'm going to take a real vacation.
Okay, that's what they all say until they get off of the next fight. And just last thing on Jessica, as we said, the most fights, most wins, but we've seen a lot from her. Do you know exactly what to expect out of her? We've seen her win a lot of ways. We've seen her lose a lot of ways too. Do you feel like there's a lot of preparedness you can make for this fight?
Yeah, she's obviously very talented, but yeah, like you said, that she does have holes, and she is able to be kind of exposed in multiple different ways. So looking forward to filling those holes.
And we will leave it at that. That is Jasmine Jasudavicius. Thank you for the time. We will see you at UFC 315.
Thank you so much,
Thanks,
boss.
Jasmine.